First at 4, it's been almost 10 months since Kalamazoo County Consolidated Dispatch rolled out AI technology to expedite calls. Today, News 8's Megan Bunchman stopped by there to see how it's all going. Okay, Megan, so how is it going? Tell us more about this technology.
Yeah, so the technology is called AVA. AVA is basically this artificial intelligence, and it answers the non-emergency calls. It's important to note that if you're actually calling 911 for an emergency, of course you're going to get through to a dispatcher, but AVA handles a lot more of those other calls where people are just saying, hey, there's a disabled car, or I need to get a police report number, or things of that nature. So it expedites the process, and it really helps dispatchers who, honestly, they handle about 320,000 non-emergency calls each year. Well, AVA is now helping offset a lot of those, about 120,000 of those, which in the end really frees up time for dispatchers to handle more of the non-emergent calls and stay focused on those calls that matter more.
So does it only answer specific calls?
Yeah, those non-emergencies again, but those specific calls for non-emergency lines, we have to understand that the Kalamazoo County Consolidated Dispatch Authority is basically, it was in 2018, it took 5 separate 911 centers and merged them all into one, so it covers all of Kalamazoo. So many things, from towing vehicles to like disabled cars, to spin-outs, to trees down, to limbs, to storms that come through. So it really helps kind of bifurcate what needs to be addressed immediately because there's a credible threat to either human life or property damage, and what can be basically addressed with the dispatcher later on. And AVA can help basically log those concerns and process basically a follow-up task for those dispatchers then to take when they have time.
So is it working? It seems like it's helpful.
It is helpful so far. I mean, it's been 10 months, so right, like AVA is basically AI, and it will still continue to learn and educate itself as long as those who are controlling it are adding new kind of broadening their horizons and adding new kind of routes for AVA to follow. So actually, we talked about the May storm that all of Michigan really saw. Right. And after that, dispatchers learned that they would have to have AVA address a couple of more things to make sure that some of these calls weren't being kicked over to dispatchers when they didn't need to hear it. But it's ever evolving, and it really has already helped basically make dispatchers' time more efficient. I believe it's increased 12% of their time more to 911 calls, which just means they're more focused in the end. And those who are looking to get things connected or get things done that, again, are not a high-risk situation, they're actually saying that they like it too. It's relatively easy to work with. And of course, if you don't like technology, you can just keep asking for a dispatcher, and over time, it will kick you back through to the center.
So they plan to keep this technology around? Okay.
Yep, they're going to keep it around. It's looking like it's working really well. However, there are some facilities like Michigan State Police and Grand Rapids Police who are not ready to say hi to AI yet. I'll tell you why coming up later in our newscast at 5 and 6.
All right, Megan Bunchman, thank you so much.